So today we have dwarves that have found a wall deep underground, because where else would a wall be? So we need to work our way getting through it by just damaging it a whole bunch of times, which does give us some wallium, which I suppose is a thing. Although we're not doing too much damage, so I guess we're gonna need to enlist a little bit of help from the dwarves. Thankfully, we have enough to recruit some. We can get 5 dwarves, and so we can hire specific dwarves like pickaxe throwers. Might as well get one of those unlocked. And then we just go ahead and get one hired right away. So he just comes in from way over where dwarves come from, and then he's just gonna go yeet. And he deals 3 damage, which is already more than our clicks, but he doesn't damage nearly as often as we do. So why don't we give him some friends? So we have 4 pickaxe throwers in total, and they're all gonna do a very good amount of damage. So our damage total over time is about 60 per minute. And thankfully, the amount of wallium that we get is equal to the amount of damage that we're doing. So we already have 100 wallium. It's gonna be such a weird term to use going forward. But we can recruit more dwarves, which we're gonna need to unlock other classes like arrow launchers and alchemists. And I suppose we probably shouldn't have used all of them right away. But it also looks like the dwarves get very fun as we go down the list here. Thankfully, all of our pickaxe throwers get us to the 160 wallium that we need, so we can recruit some more. And now let's go ahead and use them to get some arrow launchers, but of course we need even more wallium for that. And in case you were wondering, clicking faster does not make this number go up faster than just holding it, so auto clickers actually don't work here, surprisingly. But now we can afford an arrow launcher. So where's he coming from? Way over here, where the rest of them are. And this is an interesting device. It's not like a bow like I would have expected, but I guess that's because dwarves are too good for bows. And he's loading it up. Oh, is this like a, what do they call it? A hwacha? It looks like it. And so it just fires arrows pretty rapidly. But they also do 1 damage, same as our clicking abilities. We might as well get 2 of those in here. And we can also give them elven arrows? I wouldn't expect dwarves to use such things. But we also have alchemy here that looks like it just affects reactions. So we can do burn, molten, and root. So burn comes from fire and bio damage, and then molten comes from fire and earth. But I don't think we have anything like that. And then there's root, which is earth and bio. Well, let's go ahead and upgrade. Oh, here we go, flint pickaxes. Chance to deal 3 times damage as fire elemental damage. Oh, sure, let's do that. So we get that going right away, and we can see little sparks happen when they hit the wall. Very nice. Ooh, and I saw a red number, so that must be the fire damage. Very nice. And we have an elements tab here. Or we don't have a tab, because I guess there's no elemental damage happening. Not right now anyway. But when it does happen, there we get to see it. So the wall was on fire for a little bit. So the elven arrows, it looks like those do bio elemental damage. Very nice. But since we are getting a good amount of wallium just idly like this, let's go ahead and give the pickaxe throwers a chance to deal critical hits and some precision. So the precision increases chance-based skills, which should affect the flint pickaxes also. And sure enough, we are seeing a lot more of those numbers, and it's dealing more damage, it looks like, too. Unless that was a crit, in which case that was 45 fire damage, which is very good. But we do have some dwarves left in reserve, so let's go ahead and unlock some catapults. So here we can have some fun. Ooh, and there's lava catapults too. But of course we need to recruit more dwarves, and now we can hire a catapult. I need to see this. That is a huge piece of machinery there, and it's got 2 dwarves on there. So are you just gonna park way back here behind the arrows? It looks like it. Load it up, and launch it. Yes! 15 damage from the boulder, pretty good. That's as much as the pickaxes when they crit. Now, do you do any special damage on your own? It doesn't look like it, but we need 4,000 wallium to get lava, which only increases catapult damage by 1% for each fire thing on the wall. So we need the fire element to happen a lot more often, which would mean upgrading the precision for the pickaxe throwers, but that takes 1,200. At least the fire seems a lot more consistent. So let's go ahead and unlock the burn reaction, which doubled up the cost of all the other alchemy things, but because of that, I think we're seeing more fire damage, or that's just a coincidence. But either way, we get the burn reaction from fire and bio. So let's give our arrow launchers some elven arrows. So we do see some bio element there and some fire. And oh yes, there's the burn reaction, beautiful! Our damage is already nearing 1,000 a minute. And it does seem like the reactions happen in either order, so if it's got fire and then the bio arrows hit, then that's just a lot of burn happening at once. All good things. And we have 1,000 Wallium. So let's go ahead and recruit more dwarves really quick. And maybe get another catapult and some infused boulders that deal earth elemental damage. Oh, here we go. So now we're getting all 3 elements. So with fire and earth, we should be getting molten effects. Or we need to unlock those in alchemy first. But there is also some root synergies that can happen, and each of these reactions do something different. So with fire and earth reacting, we get 30% more Wallium. Let's go ahead and get that right now. Now we just need the wall to catch fire sometimes. And we also need enough of the catapults happening that the earth elemental thing is always on. Oh, and there's some of the molten. Not actual damage, but the equivalent if it was. Okay then. And it is fun to see the effects happen on the wall too. When the molten kicks in, it's just like a lava splat. So to unlock the root reaction, we need 1,600 Wallium, which we are getting pretty close to, and our damage is over 1,000 a minute, with most of that coming from the catapults, it looks like. Although the fire isn't happening nearly as often as I would like, so I feel like we need more pickaxe throwers or more precision. But we are close to unlocking the root reaction, so let's go ahead and just get that, which applies more of the damaging element when they react. And there's a lot of roots happening now because of all of the bio arrows happening. So there's a lot of effects happening to our wall already, which is good because we need more Wallium after spending pretty much all of it. And how about more pickaxe throwers? Let's just get a whole fleet of them. So with all of these pickaxes constantly being thrown at the wall, there should constantly be fire element applied too. And also the earth element is just constantly ramping up. I don't think that's gonna reach 0 anytime soon, but it does seem like we are gonna need more arrow launchers. So let's go ahead and recruit more dwarves and then bring in more arrow launchers, who is now taking a position behind the catapult. Now, ideally, the arrow launchers would be staggered, so when one is reloading, another is firing, but they all kind of end up reloading at the same time, or roughly the same time. But already, the bio element is keeping up with the earth element, so that's good news. We just need fire to keep up the pace, which I think involves upgrading precision even more. So instead of a 10% chance, it should be a 30% chance. Or it's combining the two, so it's a 40% chance. Either way, that's a lot better. Oh, and it looks like we're actually full on pickaxe throwers. Need more tunnel space. Oh, we have a bar here. What is this? 989,000. Is this the health of the wall? Are we finally doing enough damage for it to be significant? Oh boy, there's a lot of wall to go through, isn't there? We're gonna need to do a lot more damage, but that's also good news because there are more things here that we haven't even explored yet, like unlocking cannons, and also recruiting more dwarves so we can actually hire the cannons, which take 1,000 apiece. Oh, and the cannon deals fire damage regardless, so we don't need special upgrades for that. Very good. Just need to get up to 1,000 and get one of those in here. Come on up. Whoa, that's a big cannon. I like it. And we are seeing a lot of each element now too, which is good. And load up the cannon, load it up, light the fuse, and fire. Oh yes, that was 120 damage. Wow, that can really ramp up pretty fast if we get more of those. So why not get another one? Although this hasn't really dropped from the 989,000 yet. So do we need to be doing this much damage or just accumulate that much damage? I'm guessing it's accumulating because it looks like the bar is going down slightly, but 2 cannons going on at the same time is already having them catch up to every bit of damage that's happening. And the fire element has taken over both the earth and bio. Beautiful. Although the pickaxes are still reigning supreme, it looks like. And we are very close to 8,000 Wallium, which is enough to unlock increased damage or increased elemental application. We seem to be doing good on elemental application right now, though. Plus, I also kind of want to save it for buying the tunnelers here. So let's recruit more dwarves because we need those, and then we can buy it right away. Oh, they're already going. Oh, wait, they're not attacking the wall. They're opening up a new tunnel. Wow. So now we have more tunnel space. Oh, beautiful. Wait, come back here. You're already here. Help us dig through the wall. Okay, fine then. Go and open up another tunnel somewhere. Probably with a gigantic driller named Doretta. But now that lets us hire more pickaxe throwers and hopefully more of everything else. I don't even think we've reached the maximum for these things. But I do want more cannons. And whoa, what do we have here? A new bar opened up. Skill point experience. Gaining Wallium will fill this up. When full, you get a skill point. Nice. So sure enough, this bar is wall health. Although the number still hasn't changed. We are doing 5,000 damage a minute, so you would think this number would go down, but maybe it don't go down. The gap here between the end of the health bar and the actual health is increasing. So maybe we're just not getting a real-time update. Either way, we need more dwarves. And might as well just start a new line of pickaxe throwers with all of them. So now we're able to utilize both tunnels. And sadly, the recruitment costs are getting very out of hand because it's just doubling every purchase instead of like going up at a fixed increment. So we should definitely manage our dwarves better going forward, since turning them all into pickaxe throwers is not a very good return on investment. I do also like watching the catapult launchers work because this guy, he just digs straight into the gap between the tunnels to find a rock and is like, this looks good enough to throw, load it up and yeet. And then the cannon crew just have their own supply of cannonballs that they have. They just need to push the cannon forward a little bit, which one dwarf is able to do all on his own. Hey, but now we have a skill point, so we could prestige if we wanted to, but I think we are making good progress here, so let's keep going. So now we can buy even more doors and maybe hire more arrow launchers. We haven't even given them better things past the elven arrows. I didn't realize they had new stuff. This fertilize is new. Increase arrow launcher damage done by 1% for each earth application on the wall. So that would be 20% better, but they only do 1 damage. But I guess combined, they are doing 3 damage now. And we can also just increase our damage outright. And then we can add new ones, which thankfully the cost of hiring more is fixed. And they just happen to line up behind the cannons. So are they just gonna fill up this entire space over here? I'm zoomed out as far as I can go, and this is all the space that's left. So does the catapult have new things? It does. Lava increases catapult damage for each fire application on the wall, so that's 70% more damage. Definitely worth getting. Enrich rocks, increase application there. And we can do the same thing for the cannons with damage and fireballs. Oh, but we're too short of money for the fireballs now. But thankfully that doesn't take very long and we can get that upgraded. And we could also buy some more alchemy reactions too, which I feel like the better one to get is molten right now, just so we can get more wallium. So now our damage output has gone up to 10,000 a minute, which the gap here in the health is getting wider, but that is still taking a long time to get through. And it does look like there is a bonus skill here that unlocks new units and new elements, but that takes 3 skill points. So we could just wait until we have that much, and in the meantime get more catapults because we are not doing as much damage with those as we are with everything else. And then more dwarves, so we can get more catapults. Plus more catapults means more earth element applied, which is affecting everything else as far as damage is concerned. Not that we can really read the damage because there is a lot of numbers flying out of here. There's 24, a bunch of 7s, 100 and, did I say 180? It does. Wow. And we're also almost completely full back here. Can we fit one more cannon? I want to. Nope, that just goes down to the next row. What about another, oh, we need more dwarves. I feel like the increased cost of hiring is gonna force us to prestige sooner than anything else. And the number here is still reading 989,000. So I feel like we might not be able to wait until 3 skill points to prestige, so why don't we do it now? We have gotten 1 skill point, which we can put into one of these new things. And I do like the sound of the magnesium pickaxes. When they deal fire damage, it deals 7 times more damage and applies more fire elements. Let's take that. And then we just rinse and repeat what we were doing, but the pickaxe thrower should be even stronger this time around. So let's get a few of those in here already, and then get them the flint pickaxes right away, so they can really make use of that skill that we got them. Which hopefully it kicks in soon so we can see it, because their chances are reset to, whoa, there it was, 63 damage already. Wow, that shot them way past the clicking damage very fast. I like it. How about another one? And then give him critical hits. And then we work quickly to unlock the rest of the devices that we have, which we haven't really upgraded the skills for this time around, but we are already working pretty well towards getting a prestige point. So a couple of arrow launchers are in already, and here we go, precision. Need to see more of that delicious 7 times damage. And since we have the means of getting 2 elements already, actually, let's just unlock both of these and recruit more. So now we get catapults in already. And it looks like the flame that comes out of their pickaxes is different too. It's like a purple. I guess that's the magnesium. But now elven arrows are in. The burn reaction is in. Infuse boulders. So now it's getting all the elements on there already. This is way faster than the first time around. So we get to 2,000 wallium very fast. We just need a little more dwarves to buy the cannons. But here, let's also just get those reactions. Oh, I forgot that they doubled. Oh, actually, that worked very well. We got that back very fast because, I'm sorry, how much damage was that? Wait. Do it again. 315 on that? Wow. No wonder we're getting so much volume so fast. The pickaxe throwers are insane. Okay, but now we have access to cannons again, so let's get one of those in right away, so now we can get even more fire. Although the cannons don't benefit from fire the same way the pickaxe throwers do. So we are gonna need to end up investing a lot more into the precision of our pickaxe throwers. Oh, we already have the health bar back. And the number's the same, surprise, surprise. I guess that might just be the maximum health that it has, but the fact that we're seeing it already means we're doing way more damage than the first time around. And the pickaxe throwers are just stomping all of the competition out. So how about more of those? And then more precision. And there it was, 630, that's the number I saw before. These pickaxe throwers get insane damage. No wonder they're carrying everybody else. I'm gonna need to recruit more dwarves just to turn them into pickaxe throwers at this point. Which, we only have one tunnel right now, so I think we might get to full here. Sure enough, we do. But that is already doing insane numbers for our damage. So how many is this? 10 of them? We do have the means to open up a tunnel, but the recruiting cost is ramping up incredibly quick. So I think the money is better spent right now upgrading the precision. I want to try and get these guys to 50%, even though they are already getting a lot more fire damage going out than they used to. These pickaxe throwers alone are bringing our damage to 10,000, but the next precision upgrade is 43,000. And we could definitely upgrade the burn reaction with all that money. So that will be doing 300% more damage when the burn effect happens. And so to ensure that, we are gonna need a lot more of the bio element. So let's get more arrow launchers. Just lining up 5 of them. So this is just gonna be a rapid barrage of arrows. Oh yes, all of it. Build up that bio element. Our poor little catapult trying to provide all of the earth element. Do we even have the molten thing going? I don't think we do. Or the root. Well, we kind of do. But now the fire and bio element are pretty tied right now for how much is applied. And now we can upgrade the precision more. So now we should be at 50% for our pickaxe throwers. And they're doing, that was 1,000 damage in one throw. 1,200 damage on that. Was that with a crit? That might have been with a crit, because the crits are gonna be at 50% as well. The catapult damage doesn't even show up on the chart anymore. But now we can recruit a lot more dwarves with all of this money. And should we open up another tunnel? I think so. I wanna see even more pickaxe throwers. It's too bad we can't use these guys to dig through the walls, or just one wall. But look at the health bar now. That is way down, way faster than last time. Need more pickaxe throwers. I just bought, I don't know how many that was. That might have been 5. That was 6. Okay, I feel bad enough. I'm gonna buy more catapults and get them a few more upgrades because we can buy them a few times. Okay, so now we should hopefully see a lot of earth element stacking up there too. We have over 100 fire element right now, and that is still not getting anywhere near the pickaxe throwers. Okay, prestiging early was the right call there instead of trying to brute force our way through this. The wall's health is way down from before, and we have another prestige point. So we could slot all of those into one of these, but I don't think that's a good use of it. And we have over 100,000 Wallium right now, which we're gonna need to buy more dwarves. We could buy another tunnel already, but I do want the maximum amount of pickaxe throwers, which is what we have right now. So we might see our damage reach 100,000. I definitely want to see them get more crits, but that costs 259,000 Wallium, and the wall's health is going down at a very nice pace. We might be able to break through it this time around instead of having to prestige again. And we could get more pickaxe throwers if we open up another tunnel. Can we even do that? It seems like we can. I kinda want to. Let's open up another tunnel. And the next tunnel costs 1,000,000 Wallium? Wow. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just gonna turn all of the dwarves that we hired into pickaxe throwers. So there's 7 more pickaxe throwers. The wall is halfway gone. I think we got this. And now the damage is at 100,000. Yes. So that does mean we are earning 100,000 Wallium a minute. And the only thing that's even remotely close to the pickaxe throws is the molten damage, which isn't even actual damage. And we are keeping a nice amount of bio, roughly. Somewhere in the ballpark of that, but we have 200 fire elemental applied. Ooh, and we're starting to see some cracks in the wall too. This is promising. Although I feel like I know it's gonna be past this wall and it's another wall. This feels like the meme where the guys are digging through the ground and then one guy gives up right before he reaches the diamonds. Except we're the guy in the top column and it's like, yes, almost there, but there's still a bit more to go. And we are seeing more cracks in the wall show up. We are doing good here. Can we even buy more arrow launchers? Okay, we have enough to recruit. So let's see, yeah, buy more of those. And they actually do have enough room in the top row because it's all the dwarves that we had, but more would show up down here, I feel like. We just need to really ramp up the burn damage. And we could upgrade the burn reaction too, and that's maxed out. Wow, 400% more damage from burn reactions. That's gotta pair so nicely with the pickaxe throwers. And I feel like we'd see a better result of that damage down in these tunnels, which we are. We're seeing 1500 sometimes. Almost through the wall. It might be a bad idea to open up this wall if it's this tough to get through, but there's gotta be something worthwhile on the other side. I don't even know how many dwarves we have hired, but it's a lot of them. And the wall's health is getting even lower. I really wasn't expecting that magnesium pickaxe upgrade to be so good. Watch, we just get through the wall and it's another wall. At least give us something worth our troubles. But one more tick of the health bar, I think. Oh, the health bar is gone. Next one should do it. Whoa. Hello, and oh, what's happening? It just changed to another wall? Really? The health is the same, but it has fire resistance? Oh no! That is so not good for us. That's all we leaned into. Oh, but because the wall has 200 base fire. Wow. Well, that's interesting. But sure enough, that fire resistance is gonna hurt us quite a bit because the damage from the pickaxe throwers is reduced. I'm pretty sure that 1100 number that we're seeing there used to be the 1500. Although we do have a lot of volume stored up, we're getting close to 1,000,000. So we could, instead of buying more pickaxe throwers, go into things like, well, we don't even have enough to recruit even with all this, but we're getting close. So when we do buy more dwarves, we can invest in some more catapults as well, and arrow launchers, who are now showing up in the second tunnel. So now they can benefit from the wall having 200 base fire, that is. And sure enough, I think we're back to the wall having a very long time before it goes down. Although it's still getting us pretty far to another prestige point, which thankfully the progress does keep across prestiges. So why don't we wait until we get to 2 more prestige points and then just keep upgrading the catapults and other things with the money that we have. At least until this costs 1,000,000 to upgrade, and the rest of it can be upgraded as well. So we might start to see these damage numbers here overtake the pickaxes, which it looks like it is. Or maybe not fully, but it is doing more, and we need 1,000,000 to recruit more dwarves now. Sure enough, the arrows are taking over the pickaxes in damage. I guess the wall having a base stat for fire now is really helping the arrows pick up the burn damage. Even though I think that might not be the call for getting through this wall fast, but at least the sheer number of them, along with the damage and fertilizer upgrades, seem to be helping to catch up to the pickaxe throwing very fast. And we're almost to another skill point. And there it is, yes! So let's prestige now, sadly erasing all of our progress, but we did collect 2.3 million skill experience that time. And with our 3 available skill points, let's go ahead and unlock balloons and volt damage, or I would like to. Skills on this row are locked until you have the required total skill points. I do, though. Oh, these skills you will always have once you have enough total skill points. So we have them now? I think we have them now. So now what we could do is arrange our skill points to get through that second wall, or we just dump them all into volt damage because we should have arcs now. Oh, that only cost 1 skill point. Oh, let's keep the fire magnesium pickaxes. And then more volume gain from molten reactions. Okay, I'm trusting that we have this. We're gonna commit. And sure enough, we do. So we can unlock taser balloons. And thankfully our clicking does more damage, so we can recruit a lot faster. Well, might as well bring back the good old pickaxe throwers. And then I really want to see what these taser balloons do. So now that our pickaxe throwers have the flint pickaxes that they are so fond of, it shouldn't be too long before we can hire one of those, which takes 4 dwarves. They are probably safe. That's the best kind of safe. And it actually doesn't take very long before we get to 2,000 volume. So now we can unlock the taser balloons. And it costs another 1,000 to hire one. Oh boy. Well, might as well recruit more dwarves and then dedicate most of them to pickaxe throwing, but we just keep one for the balloon. So that helps us get to 1,000 quickly, and now we can bring him in. Taser balloon. Oh, and there he is. Looking like he's flying a giant potato sack. So he's literally just gonna zap the wall? Is that what's happening here? We're even gonna park right there. And then, oh, you just fire a line to the wall and then you start tasing it for 10 damage apiece. And that does some electric element to it too, or I guess they call it volt. Let's recruit more dwarves, get the alchemist reactions, and then we can see the new type of reactions that we get. Charge, plasma, and breaker. So charge is volt and bio, which gain 50% more skill experience. Ooh, I like that. And then when fire and volt elements react, increase damage of the volt application. Well, that works for right now. And then breaker is earth and volt. Reduce the wall's current elemental resistance? And resistance can go negative? Oh, that is perfect for breaking through the second wall. So we might have to give that a go. But I think we've done a lot of good here already, so why don't we save that for another video? Hope you guys enjoyed this one of Slamwall. If you guys want to see more, then be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching, and sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Deviant X, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Haple Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sands, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.